Check podcast. Today we literally just finished watching the tournament for North America semifinals. But before we get into it, we got my boy JGOD in person. We got my boy Sage over here, you know the vibes. And we got my boy Shifty. Boys, talk to me, man. How y'all feeling?
Feeling good, bro. Ready to play.
Ready to play? Are you guys about to get on right now?
Yeah.
Okay. I like that.
Grind time today.
Got to warm up.
All right, listen. So, boys, out of everything we just saw today, we saw top 25 teams. They haven't tweeted out the official list, but let's go over them a little bit. We have let's talk about Rias' team real quick. First and foremost, Rias' team. That's Rias, Sulitify, and Xenon. I mean, these have been your boys. I don't know if you two, but I know for sure your boys for a while. What you Sage, talk to me on those guys and them. I know you've known them for a while.
I know I played a customs with Sully in Verdansk, and he's like one of those guys that like he'll put the tone on you. Like he'll tell you what to do. He's a good IGL. He's one of those good players that like he has the discipline to like help your team out. You know, he has like the right solutions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Same thing with like Xenon and Rias. Like a lot of people don't know, but like they're super tight together. Like they're like father son, and like
Really?
yeah, like Xenon
Xenon and Rias?
yeah.
Oh shit.
So like a thing about both of them is like they're both like aggro heads. Like they'll just fly at anybody because they'll win any gunfight. You know, like in Verdansk or Caldera, they have like probably the best movement out there. And them together, like you'll hear Xenon like screaming at Rias. Like he'll be like, "Yo, get back!" Like if it gets to those turnies, he'll tell me like
they're homies.
He's just like, "Yo, get the fuck back." He's like, "Don't do that shit." Like, but like Rias knows because like if you don't tell him, like he's not gonna pay attention. He's just gonna do whatever he wants.
He's kind of a meathead. Yeah. Okay.
And like Xenon, he has like the same, but then he has Sully helping him out. He's like, "Yo, just get back." But like the thing about all of them is like they all have the gunny. They all know exactly what they're doing. So like you put that on a team. I think their placement. How was their placement today?
They did really good. I mean, they were in endgame almost every single game. I think for the most part.
I felt like we were spectating and we got to watch them top 10 every time almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were endgame almost the entire time, and it was literally they won by I think a good amount, like 10 points, 7 points, or something like that.
But then the gap between second and like third was big.
Huge.
Yeah.
Huge. And I mean, we're not even talking about bro. This guy Rias literally just became eligible.
That's having like trust too, like that they didn't play the stage 1, so they could play stage 2 with him. So they trusted that he's gonna be their star player.
And they were at
like
the tip because the quals got extended. So imagine if the quals didn't get extended.
Yeah, he might not have been old.
Yeah,
and
enough.
like I heard like of some potential teams too, but they turned him down to play with Rias.
To play Rias.
So like
That's pretty good.
Rias probably coming in like like these guys trusted
Lot
me.
of
They
pressure.
waited. Yeah. But I mean, he came out and he top fragged, so he did what he had to do.
I mean, think about it like this. Look, like, okay, Xenon was supposed to play with Raiden and Aiden, right? Then Raiden and Aiden dropped Xenon for Adrian. Then after that, Xenon played with you and D. Y'all dropped him for Clamp. Now this man was like, okay, I gotta come up with a good team. I gotta get a good team. I could either play with somebody who are like decent, right? Or wait for this man Rias to turn 18, who's an absolute dog, who's an absolute demon, and then you're right.
Hope
So
he's gonna play.
Yep.
I mean, kid, we saw he was top fragger of the day, right?
Yeah.
Rias
28,
and then
I think most of their team was in the top like 5 and for kills.
Xenon was second with 26. So that man, crazy. That whole roster has so much storylines to them. Obviously, Rias turning 18. Xenon with everything that I just said about him having like literally being tossed around teammates, right? But I mean, how did y'all think about their performance today? They fucking won. They came in the chat right now and they said they did bad. So like,
I think on paper I put them as like a top 5 team, like in finals stuff like that. So it honestly depends on Sulitify's IGLing and if they can control Rias. I think that's the only thing because I play with Rias in ranked and stuff, and like it's ranked, so you might not care, but he runs recklessly. So in World Series you can't do that. So I mean, if Sulitify can like
him in the butt next round
because he's really good.
The
but
quality of the players goes up significantly
like
in this next round.
You won't be able to run around like how they were driving in cars. I was like, whoa, like I was like, I would have never thought to do that like that freely. But of course, it's a different lobby, and I think that like if they know that okay, today it was a little more open. You could run around in this type of lobby, and on the 20th, tone it back a little bit, hold back. And if Rias does that, he's really good in a building. So as long as he's not just run by himself, you play with him, he will get a 2-piece. Like almost every time. He's really good.
2-piece. Hold on.
He's one of those players like that. He's really consistent, but if you don't control him, he'll die.
He needs a good IGL.
Yeah, he needs a good IGL.
He just does, like, when it comes to that team fight, he'll get a blood. Like, it's obvious he's gonna get the blood, but he won't stop.
Yeah.
You need to tell him, like, yo, just get back or play, like, wait for us and stuff, and then he'll do it. But then as that urge, like, as young, like, we know, like,
he wants to keep fighting.
Yeah, you just want to keep going because, like, hey, if shit on them is gonna set the pace high, but man, if you don't, it's just gonna fuck you guys
Plus,
up.
I'm pretty sure tomorrow we get an extra game out of it. So there's people who have like almost like a throwaway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think there's a lot of team changes that happen from stage 1 to now.
Significant amount.
Mm-hmm.
Which I mean, you want to talk about one? Stellar.
Well, yeah, they dropped one, and then he ended up getting a new team, and
so long story short,
outplaced the team he got dropped by.
Yeah. So long story short, for those of y'all who don't know what went down, pretty much Stellar hopped into Discord while his ex-teammates was Future and
his Future's game
was
it
Bonk?
I think it was Bonk and Stellar.
and Yeet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It was
yeah.
Yeet. Who was it, chat?
But Yeet was also with OP Marked and Devious before. And
Yeah, there
Shaded
was
Step.
so many like
Or-
Jesus.
With Shaded Step, Devious took Yeet's place. I don't know. There's a
Yeah,
lot of
they're
swaps.
trying to be all
Bonk-
they're all
Bonk and Yeet,
secrecy.
Bonk and Yeet. But Future, no, it was Future. It was
Yeah,
Future.
Future.
Bonk and Future.
Bonk
Bonk
and
and Future.
Future.
There you go. It was Bonk and Future. So Bonk and Future were in a call, and they were pretty much, he hopped into, it was like horrible timing. He joined
Stream remote enabled. Couldn't hear the noise. Couldn't hear the noise.
they hopped into the call, and pretty much they were like kind of talking shit. I don't think talking shit, but they were like in the middle of talking about Stellar, saying like how he was micromanaging and he wasn't playing good or whatever. So long story short, they dropped Stellar. Stellar was like, all right, like I'm gonna come out fucking swinging.
They're Stellar.
So Stellar, here's more about the situation. Oh,
God
shit.
damn, what
Yeah,
the fuck?
really
Yeah, oh, shit.
That
He
boy
said,
had it on
another thing I'd
paper.
like to add, when we saw we could make roster changes,
Oh,
he hit me up and wanted to come back to our team. Oh shit. I wanted to come back to our team. I was like, bet, because we had insane chem and confidence as that trio. We talked to Bong because he was the team leader, and he said no because he didn't want to risk the friendship with Future. It wasn't Future's fault we did bad. My competitor side of me couldn't accept Bong's decision, and I tried to force my hand, but getting Yeet because that's what I thought was the best team.
Damn.
It's almost like friendship. Like
So they
He's calling
swapped
other
them
people's
out.
shit.
yeah, they kept the friendship and dropped
luckily
him.
they both qualled.
They
like,
both qualified. Yeah.
So
I'm gonna say this at the end of the day: like Stellar got dropped and outperformed the team that dropped him. Right?
Yep.
That's
That's always good. That's always nice.
That's always good,
Yeah,
right?
it's always,
At
yeah.
the end of the day, Stellar being in the chat, regardless, like that shit don't matter. Like, let's be honest, that shit don't matter. What matters is is Thursday.
Mhm.
Like, because regardless of that, what if Stellar's team doesn't qual or doesn't make it to land?
Yeah,
because
make
you got to
that the team.
imagine the same thing happened with Frozone's team. Remember, they won the entire thing on that first round.
Yeah,
Then they got to the other round and they got like 37th.
yeah.
So
yeah.
a lot can happen from one game to the next. Bad timings, people breaking the rules in ranked.
Yeah.
Which we'll get to, but yeah. It's just kind of different stuff that could happen, and there's nothing guaranteed. It just depends on how they're going to overcome it the next round. We'll see.
I mean, I'm excited to see those teams compete, man. There's a lot of storylines, bro. For those of y'all who don't know, obviously it was Diaz, Sage, Clamp, then and then it was Soka, Shifty, Skullface,
Triple S.
then Triple S, and then Shifty left that team to join these guys.
Oh, they're both in my chat, Bonk and Yeet.
Oh shit!
Oh
It
shit!
says, do I need to explain what happened?
Oh,
we have it on
shit.
drama.
we have it on the big screen on Repullze's chat, Bonk.
Yeah, if you guys want to if
They're
there's
about to
anything.
go at it.
Oh shit! They're like, get me on the pod right now. Oh fuck.
Sure, we can open
I mean, at the end of the day,
Discord,
too, it's like on paper it doesn't
Jeez.
matter because,
I mean, everyone qualled, and it sounds like
but
they worked
also
it
it's
out.
like you could be the best in the world and not show up the day of a tournament, and
Yeah.
it just happens. Like there's just days that you just aren't shooting, and it happens. But I think like realistically, any team in that top 10 they could easily win, but
Yeah.
they have to play their best because I don't think like all the
he
top
said
teams
nothing
are gonna
happened.
play. So it's
Fucking
like it depends. There's a lot of teams that can win. It just depends on what version of themselves that
Who shows up that
Yeah.
day? Like
'Cause
at the
there's
end
gonna,
of the
be,
day-
there's gonna be good teams that don't show up. That's how it is every single time. There's
That-
teams that you should think they're top 5 will get like 10th, 15th. or even out of that top 15 qual for London.
Well, even with like another scenario with teams swapping is like the whole Iceman, Isaac, Lucky, and Exact, right?
Yeah.
So they basically all disbanded, and then Exact got his own team together
And qualled.
and they qualled.
And now Isaac doesn't have a team and Lucky doesn't have a team.
Yeah.
They just said, fuck it, they're not playing. So like, I mean, you know, I don't know. That's another weird situation. Isaac will be on the couch tomorrow, I think, from what he told me. Let's hope. But yeah, man. I mean, there's again going back to storylines. Like this Shifty left Soka's team to join this team, and now Mayappo joined,
Which is their old squad.
So
That's the
last
defending
year,
champs.
The reigning champs.
the reigning champs last year, World Series of Warzone. It was Soka, Mayappo, and Skullface.
Yep.
Which zoom in over here. Hey, listen. Hey. Oh, there you go. They shouldn't have won. We should have won. Hey, we should have won. We got second. Castillo, if you're watching this, Castillo. All right, that's all I'm gonna say, bro. We had that shit. Bro. Anyways, you go back, bro. But anyways, they won, right? And so now they're running it back this year. But Mayappo ran into some issues. Yeah, so he doesn't have internet or
Yeah. So
There's
what
Spires
happened?
or something, right?
So they live like in a very like they live like in the forest, you know, like they live out in that area.
Reserve.
Yeah. So Otter last quals, he was playing the tournament, but his like area was on fire. So like right after the tournament, he had to leave and he had to evacuate, and he was gone for maybe like a week or two, I think. Like he wasn't able to like get a hold of. And out there, it's really like it happens a lot. I mean, it was on Twitter, I was on everything, like everybody looking over like Ontario or Montreal, I think, for which one it was.
Yeah.
yeah.
And like the sky was red and everything. Like
Yeah.
it looks crazy.
You see it from New York or whatever. They did the Diablo poster
Yeah,
thing.
it's crazy.
Like it looked like
So,
real
like-
hell.
So like now it happened to Mayappo, like, and it happened at the worst time because like these quals are like kind of like serious. You kind of need these these quals,
Yeah.
like especially since we can't play any qualifier. There's no
No practice.
tournaments, there's no practice, there's nothing. So we have to kind of be on our shit. So like we have to be on our shit for the last stage quals. So I mean, I'm glad that he got it all settled down, that he's not playing. Like he got sent to like a little area to like they all keep a hold of that like little area that he's from, and he's going to Rafi's house to play.
Oh, is that where he's at?
Yeah, that's where he's gonna go.
He's at Rafi's house?
Yeah, that's where he's gonna be at.
Oh, nice. When you said Ohio, that's why I was kind of like,
Yeah, because he lives in Ohio.
Yeah, I was
He
like,
lives
is he
in
with
Make it
Rafi?
work.
Yeah.
He's gonna qual too, probably.
okay. All right. So he's now had to pretty much get up and move across. He went to the U.S. To play these quals. So that's going to be on Thursday.
I wonder how that's going to
Um,
affect them, though.
Yeah, I wonder like
I want
what
different
piece-
a
areas.
whole
Yeah.
different setup. Because Rafi has a good setup, but the way his monitors are,
You never know, to play in a different area. Never
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, it's always weird.
Okay.
especially the day of, like
A lot of
probably-
pressure. And another thing, the Mayappo has pressure on them. Like,
yeah.
that they're the reigning defending
Oh,
champs.
Slack
like,
said something in the chat too.
He said who was talking shit about me.
He said he's talking shit.
Yeah.
Hey, Slag, just know it. Hey, chat was ruthless, bro. Chat was ruthless, brother. Anyways, we'll get to that right now. But yeah, man. I mean, I think knowing how good and how highly you guys speak about Mayappo, like I think he's gonna fucking fry.
Yeah.
I think that don't matter. His setup, all that shit, it don't fucking matter. He's still gonna qual. I'm excited to see that. You know, I know you and Soka got that rivalry. You know what I'm saying? I know.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a good one, bro.
we're definitely both going to be coming in, I think, with that certain intensity. We want to beat each other. I think, of course, we wanted to win together, and then it just didn't happen like that. And now we're against each other, and I think we've also always played our best against each other.
Okay.
So it'll be
Yeah.
good. I think he's going to turn up for sure. I'm going to be coming in hot. Different role, though. You know, so
Yeah,
you won't
different
be
role.
seeing me like from the first stage one, how it was more like Soka IGO, Skull in the back, and I was running with them. But a little more slower, so I might not be on that leaderboard, but you know, then placements.
Are
they're
you,
going crazy.
do you feel comfortable talking about your roles, or you don't? You guys want to kind of keep it locked?
I mean,
don't
are
know
you
how-
gonna post this?
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
this is good.
I mean,
we're live.
That's fine. Yeah.
We're live, too.
You're
The
right.
chat's
He
moving
goes,
and
"Oh, shit, we're
everything.
live?"
No.
Oh, never mind.
I mean, I think everybody knows going into the squad, I'm not Joe. I think
Yeah.
like they knew that I was gonna be
was
stepping
the
up
role
more.
that you
Yeah,
know,
stepping
they
up more
needed
vocal because
anyways.
it's like they knew
He
D
said
and
it's going live.
D and Sage, they didn't need more gunpowder. They didn't need that gunny
Yeah.
anymore. So stepping up to IGL a little more, which is gonna be good. I've always co-IGL'd, so now just step into that main role, focusing more on our rotation and stuff like that. Just something that I can chill, vibe out, see the plays happening. And I mean, at the end of the day, I played with Soka for a while. I respect his IGL a lot, so for sure gonna take what I know from that and other IGLs I've played with and just try to like mimic into my game. And then when it happens, when we need to pull that gunny out, I mean, everybody knows what I can do. So
Yeah.
yeah, we're gonna have best of both worlds, and I'm sure they're gonna come out though for sure. I think that should be a top 5 team for sure.
I'm telling you, bro, that's gonna be my favorite thing to watch. Is you're
Hopefully we get an end game with them.
That'd be
that'd be
y'all
nice.
two left.
Yeah, hopefully get a 3-on-3 end game. That'd be really dope.
I'll be up on my seat going crazy. But like, yeah, I mean, guys, so for those of y'all, pretty much Shifty will now be IGL in-game leader, and now Diaz and Sage gonna be banging it out together. They're the duo first and foremost since day one. And like,
and then we flip it now after we post this.
Oh shit.
Tricks.
But Sage, what's your, how do you feel going into the World Series Thursday?
I mean, knowing last quals, it wasn't the best. We did have a lot to work on, and we couldn't work on it the day of. So it was kind of like, we're in that spot where it was just like, fuck,
Yeah.
shit, what's going on? And I mean, for the best thing, like, there was a little blockage between like D and Clamp. They weren't really on the talking
Language
level.
barrier,
Yeah,
let's be honest,
the
language
chem
barrier.
wasn't really fully there. So of course there had to be like a switch up where like, we had like, in the best world, I told Clamp, I was like, it's kind of better if you played with like people you feel more comfortable with, where there's no barriers. It's just like, that how you guys play. And I mean, look what happened to where he's at now. Like, he's playing with.
He's already in the finals.
He's already
bro.
in London.
He's already in London. You see,
Yeah.
like, and that's the best thing about it. Like, I just felt, and plus, like, there's not a lot, not to be like messed up, but there's only like maybe 5 good or 4 good like Latam teams. Like, there's not really a lot. So like putting that team was basically on paper the best, like one of the best teams. Like, of course they're gonna win or gonna qual. So they easily did that. I mean, for us, like me and Shifty, it's like the same way I feel with like all the people I've played around all my like career, like me, Soka, Enveld, Mayappo. Like, it's kind of like I can talk back and forth to my teammates and get the same like energy back. If not, like when it comes to those specific fights where we have to scream at each other and stuff like that, I have no problem doing that to him. Like me and Shift, I feel like we have the chem that I have like usually with me and Soka, because me and Soka, like on paper, we haven't lost a tournament before, and we played a lot of tournaments. Same way with me, like me and Enveld, like we played a lot of big tournaments, we haven't lost. Same thing with me and D. On big tournaments, we haven't lost any.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like if I have that energy going into this one with Shift, which I have no problem doing, because I mean, me and him play ranked almost every single day. So it's kind of like when we get into that, I feel like it'll be way easier. Our fighting's gonna be way
we've
easier.
also won the biggest custom on this map.
Yeah, like
Although there haven't been big ones, but shout out Fuzzin'.
we've won almost.
yeah,
You
yeah.
guys won with Fuzzin', right? Yeah. I
And
mean,
that one was the good one. That one decided like, our chem is like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, like that. That was the first time we actually played a tournament too.
I mean, like, I'm gonna say this, like so many people gave y'all shit, and I saw it from my stream everywhere. Like, fuck Diaz, fuck Sage, like they dropped Clamp. But like at the end of the day, bro, like everybody's gonna make the decision that they think is the best, and I think they made the right decision. Look at Clamp now. Like Clamp is you got to see Clamp playing with you guys as opposed to Clamp playing with his team. Like, it's very different. Clamp is like a fucking, like, he is talking like crazy, communicating like insane when he's with his team Mexico. The language barrier definitely was a big factor in my opinion. And so now,
And I told him like that day that me and him had a talk, I was like, I'm gonna keep it a bug. Like, you don't talk with us, but I've watched all your customs, because I'm that type of person that like I watch everything, like VODs, people's like streams and stuff like that.
Yep.
Like, I'm not really that person that's just like, oh, I'm gonna get on and play. I'm like that person that sits there and just like starts looking at everything. So yeah, like I watched all his customs like back with them, and he plays exactly how he plays like that. Like, he screams at his teammate, he tells him exactly what to do, and because that's what you have to do when you're basically the top of your like league. Like the Latams, I say he's probably the best Latam out there.
yeah.
So like if he could take what he's playing with like us, playing customs with us, playing ranked with us, and then send that to that, he's gonna easily just like do whatever he wants. He's gonna easily stay on top, and that's what happened.
I mean, bro, look they fucking
They're
they
in London.
fried
They're
out.
ready, yeah.
They fried out. So
Yep.
Clamp, I mean, and this is another storyline. I mean, Clamp, you weren't there in the stream, but Clamp goes like, obviously you guys are homies, right? There's no bad blood and shit.
I was
But
in his chat. I think I was in his chat.
you were in
A
there. I saw you.
second, and then like second and third game, and then last game.
But when they won, you weren't in there, right?
No.
So he goes, he's like, yo, Sage, you in here? Like he celebrating, guys. You in here? He's like, Sage, I'm coming for your neck in Warzone. He's like, I'm coming for your neck in London, bro. He's like, let's fucking go. So he was hyping shit. So
I like that.
There's a lot of like people want to win, bro. Like people want passion, and that's what like there's so many fucking storylines. And you know, moving on to the next topic, bro. Okay, Rostermania is about to fucking happen all over again.
Friday, right?
Friday.
Day after the tournament?
Let's talk about it, bro.
So
Let's
they're gonna
talk
drop
about it.
that
So,
after?
But it
Oh,
only
so-
happens for the teams who don't qualify.
but
isn't
think
it?
about
Yeah.
this. You are
Well, technically,
allowed.
the teams who do qual could technically switch, no?
They said
I thought they said
I
no.
don't know. If you qualify to
Chris-
London,
Chris
you
said
can't.
no, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if you qualify to London, you can't.
Because like right when you qual, yeah,
Bro,
right
that'd
when
be
you
fucked
We
qual,
are going except for you.
See you at LCQ.
Oh, that'd be fucked up, bro. So listen. Like Friday,
Mhm.
right? Let me break it down for those y'all at home and
Okay,
like
wait,
those
wait.
in the chat.
First news, like he won with me and Unveiled, and we played, and it's a whole different thing. It's a whole different map, whole different everything. Like me and Unveiled, like in customs, we were the go-to team. Like yeah, like if you fight this team, you know you have to take it serious. And we played with Clamp. I mean, we did the same thing for your tournament, the
Yeah,
Baka Rebirth.
Baka
Like we
one,
played
yeah.
with a completely random person, like, but we rubbed in like with what me and Shifty are doing. Like you know, me and D playing together now. We did it back then. Me and Unveiled playing split, but he plays with Clamp. So you know they have that spot where I'm just like whenever they need me, I could just always have their backs.
Yeah.
So you know, like, you know, we still won that tournament. I don't know how we still won it by 0.6 or 0.4, whatever we won.
Scale
but like,
difference.
yeah, like it is what it is.
So I mean, look, like they're so for those watching at home, let me explain everything going on. Tomorrow, Wednesday, what date is it? Wednesday, so just in case if this goes up right now, Wednesday, July 19th is Europe's final. There's 50 teams competing. Only 15 out of the 50 qualify for London. The bottom 35 automatically qualify for last chance qualifiers next week, right? Same thing, Thursday, July 20th. Thursday, July 20th is North America's finals. These guys are competing. Diaz, Huskers, everybody, Aiden, everybody you can think of, that's Thursday, right? Again, same thing. Only the top 15 teams qualify. The bottom 35 teams automatically qualify for next week's last chance qualifier.
But they can change rosters.
But if you don't qualify, if you're in the bottom 35, you are allowed to change rosters starting Friday. Tournament
insane.
Thursday, Friday, the very next day.
And then when it's LCQ,
LCQ's next Thursday and Wednesday.
so they give about a week.
They have a week to practice with
Okay.
their new team if they want to drop. Here's the
And
thing.
how many call from LCQ to London?
Only 5. Only 5 out of 50
Out of
teams.
50? Oh.
Out
That's
of 50
crazy.
teams, only 5 teams qualify.
Wow.
And listen, so you technically speaking, I'm obviously this is not gonna happen, but let's say you 3, you 2 and D, right? You guys don't make it. You guys are like, fuck, Diaz is the problem. Like, you guys can technically drop Diaz on Friday, pick me up, and then we play next week type shit.
Yeah.
So, obviously that's not gonna happen, right? But that technically can happen. You gotta open it. Open the
I feel just keep like thinking about it. I feel like a low key might be easier. Like, say if you don't qual for
LCQ
like,
for sure will be easier.
yeah, LCQ.
You think
like,
LCQ will be easy?
Yeah, because you're getting rid of the actual good
The
teams.
top 15 teams.
the
But I
good
think
qualified
still
teams.
5,
It's
it
hard. That's
removes
pretty still need to
all
play
the
perfect.
Yeah.
You still need to play perfect.
Like
cutthroat.
you cannot mess up.
Yeah.
But I think also like a lot of people already know if there's a team they want to get rid of, right?
Yeah, that's
Rosters will be unlocked on Friday until one day before LCQ, which
They
would be
get like
Tuesday.
5 days.
Wow.
Which means only one roster change, so you can't drop 2. You have to
Yeah,
drop one.
you can only drop one player.
You gotta pick someone. You gotta keep someone.
Yeah. So I mean, okay, look, I got word that like Illy is gonna play in it.
Illy?
Like, yeah, Illy, like Inder. I have like a lot of people that like who are nasty, like gun skill, and just need that direction.
Mhm.
I can see a team that just consistently have lost, and haven't been able to quite get there, pick up somebody that's like, you know what, we just need a slayer.
Like Celium, is Celium playing?
Celium, I'm pretty
I
sure.
always see him on Warzone. I always see him on Warzone.
Celium said he wants to play, but you know what I'm saying? Like, if these guys decided to come again, I
think there's still a lot of like sleeper players out there that, like, you would think they're playing, but they haven't even attempted to play.
Dang, imagine you don't qual and then like you have a lobby full of CDL pros.
Yeah.
And like that's you need to get through them to qual. That'd be kind of cool.
That'd be cool. That'd be really cool.
That'd be fun.
So I mean, remember that technically Call of Duty is going to invite 15 teams. That they are going to invite big names. They're going to invite CDL players. They're going to like Call of Duty has 15 captain spots to give out for the LCQ, right? So
I think they're going to wait to see if people don't get invited. For example, I think obviously Symfuhny didn't make it through here, he would likely get an invite. If Swag doesn't make it through, I would imagine Swag gets an invite.
Yeah.
So he's almost guaranteed for that next spot. There's several other bigger streamers that could participate in that, get those spots, because obviously they want that to be really about viewership. Since they've already locked in the top players pretty much with Thursday and Wednesday.
It sucks, but at the end of the day, it really is all about viewership. Like, that's the longevity in this, like, in being able to host these type of tournaments. If we have 5 billion eyes, like, so this can stay afloat for a while, as opposed to if we have like 500,000 eyes, this will end in like a year. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I get it. So, speaking on that, what are y'all's thoughts on?
It's not for the LAN. It's still for an online event, which is the
basically the last quals.
Yeah, the Last Chance qualifiers.
Yeah,
Last Chance.
So invites to Last Chance chat. So what's y'all's thoughts on Symfuhny's team? In my opinion, I think Symfuhny will definitely, or even if Symfuhny decides not to play, I think Apathy or Slack get a spot. One of them three get an LCQ spot. That's my opinion. I think they are too big. Even not even just Symfuhny. I think the other two also bring a brand to the table, and I think they'll get captain spots. Now, here's the deal. If I know you were saying it earlier, what do you think? If Symfuhny decides to play and he can definitely get a Last Chance qualifier spot. Does he stay with his team, or does he try to make a different squad?
I mean, you go.
I feel like for that team, because Apathy and Slack have a lot of chem together, but I feel like Apathy and Slack need an IGL. Same thing with Sim. Like I've seen him play with Shifty and Fief. Like, if Sim has an IGL, he can definitely like watch the anchor.
Be maximized.
He'll play his best potential. Same thing with like a lot of players. Like, they might not have like the best team on like as a team, but if they fix their like their like, I don't know how to talk about it. Like, I don't know how to describe it.
Huskers. He
roles.
did not qual Huskers.
If they fix their roles,
like
then the teams will be way better. So like, if Sam gets a team that like he won't have to IGO, or like say if like he won't have to take that leading spot and like play reserve and look over his team, that'd be really good. Same thing with Apathy and Slack. Like, if they have an IGO, like they can play really, really good, because those two feeding off of each other's chem, it's like they'll go into a building and probably knock 2 to 3 out just like that. So it's kind of like they just need to work on the roles. I feel like maybe if there is a change on that team, maybe they had to lead for like an IGO, say if Sim doesn't want to play. But in reality, like, it's something easy they can pick up on. But I feel like Sim just needs a lot more time rather than a couple weeks to work on IGLing, because IGLing
was Symfuhny the IGL for that team? Well, he was the anchor, right?
Yeah.
He was
so he's always gonna be slow. He's always gonna be slow.
Yeah.
Just how it goes. I think like Sim, he just needs 2 controller demons. Young kids that are just fry, and Sim try to take over, just like kind of call stuff out.
Yep.
Because I feel like Apathy and Slack, they're a duo. They play 2-2 together, and they're really good for like the CDL that came over. But I think Symfuhny, they don't play enough to have that synergy as a trio. So I think realistically, Apathy and Slack need that one guy that comes into the team and kind of just, holds them on a leash. Like, let them do their thing. They're doing, you're the third. And I think Symfuhny needs to be a third for a duo that is just young and cracked. Like, get in and out of buildings. I can get the kills. I feel like they're all good individually. Sim just being on keyboards and a little, I would say, he's at a disadvantage.
Yeah, definitely.
He needs to be sitting. He needs to be sitting and overlooking.
Long range fights.
Yeah.
Yep.
He needs 2 guys that are just getting consistent kills. Because I feel like when they were in buildings and today, they were just getting wiped. So I feel like he needs like 2 demons And I think Apathy and Slack, they need like
Yeah, literally
a
every
really good
death we
IGL.
saw,
Yeah.
it was like,
Quick.
well, he died to aim assist.
Yeah. So,
Every
and,
day that I saw that Symfuhny was up close fights. It was
Uh-huh.
it was
like
it
he
was
shouldn't be put in that situation either.
Yeah.
Like Sim should be staying back with an AR, and then he needs 2 kids that honestly I think like 18-year-olds, right? He needs the young
They can't play
demons
together, Night.
that can just go crazy, or 19-year-olds, I guess. But he needs like the young demons, I think, to help with the keyboard. He just stays back, looks over him. I think Apathy and Slack need like a set IGL that knows, that's experienced. I think.
and putting them in the positions to fry. And
But I think Sim, he hasn't played the game that much, so like if you put him in the IGL role, like and he needs to step up, you can't really expect too much from him barely playing the game. So I think that's why Apathy and Slack need like a set IGL that has already won and experience in that role, and I think Sim needs 2 demons that kind of take the role off him a little bit, take a little pressure off him.
do you guys think, or I guess Sage, this is do you guys think that like CDL players like are like, we haven't really seen, let's be honest, we haven't really seen a lot of the CDL players have success in the Warzone scene. Now with, not rumors, but it's pretty, that Warzone, they're going to be playing in LCQ. There's going to be some CDL players. I'm not going to say who until they announce, but there are some CDL players that are going to play in LCQ. Do you think do you think they qual? Like, has there been any?
Only 5 spots.
5 spots.
Only 5
Crazy.
spots.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Unless
you're
they're
going
like
against
mixed in.
grinders. You're
It
going
depends who they play with. I think if it's like a full CDL roster that's like never really touched Warzone like that, probably not. I think they'll get a decent amount of kills, but I think when it gets into like that 4th, 5th zone where it's like comes into that experience, the moving zones, I don't think they'll be as ready for that. But I think like if you can get maybe like 2 pros and then like an IGL or something like that that's played the game, then I think they probably could. Because I mean, like those guys, they come over to Warzone and they're doing good. Like I've watched Cellian play; he's dropping 20s, and it's so I don't think they have an issue with the like gun skill. It's just like they gotta learn the map and then the rotation. So I think they have someone doing that for them. They could probably make it.
I think if any CDL players ever watch this and they're about to watch, or like they're about to compete and stuff in the LCQ, my advice to them would, low key, if you're a demon, like let's say Illy, join a fucking team of 2 who've been grinding Warzone, and you be their slayer and let them just guide you and put you in positions to fry, right? Like I can imagine what, let's say, what's it called? Somebody like what FIFA would do with 2 fucking CDL players, even one, like so I think if there's 3 CDL players, I don't think they qual. If it's like 2 CDL, 1 Warzone guy, maybe. But I definitely think the best chance they have of qualing is 1 CDL and then 2 Warzone grinders. As far as just right now, it's just way too hard to learn the rotations. I mean, what do you think, Sage?
I think, I mean, like, first you're going against people who play almost every day or like play this for actual living. It's like us if we were to go into that.
I just want to throw this out there. Solo YOLO has nothing to do with competition, chat.
Solo
YOLO is
that
one
shit.
game that is really random and RNG. We're
That
talking
shit
about
is just all luck.
actual competition, chat. I see that a lot. Guys, we were talking about actual six games of teamwork, a team of 3. There's never been a CDL team that's done good with a team of 3. Never. Unless somebody wants to
even
correct
that
me,
year, you talk about Scum. Yeah, he won the solo yellow, but they didn't do good at all in the
No,
actual,
not even remotely. They weren't. They didn't.
None of the,
place.
and there was a couple. I think Temp played that too. I remember seeing a couple of CDL pros. Like you'd kill them, like, wait, what they're in.
There was a
turn.
lot that gave
They're like
spots
they're
for
in the
that.
yeah. We're like what? But yeah, solo was all luck.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't really know. Scump won the solo YOLO chat. Pretty much, for those of you that don't know, solo YOLO is like a fun little like who can win one game and just 100,000 online. It's not. It's more for just entertainment. It's not actual. It's not an actual competition. I know a lot of people probably get that.
Yeah, I
confused.
think Huskers won 2 of them. I think you guys got like who else won another one?
Soka.
Yeah,
Hisoka,
HiSoka, Skullface, and
Mayappo?
them won another. I think there was 4 total.
Someone too. There's a
Huskers
couple that
won
won
too.
too. I thought there was
Huskers
two that
won 2 with Eddie, I think. He won the duos one with him, and I think he won. I don't
Yeah,
know.
with
who he
Noobs.
picked
Yeah,
up.
Huskers and Noobs. They won.
FIFA won last year. Solo YOLO. Scump won the first year. Solo YOLO.
And then Chow won it for EU.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
then
you
the other one,
Blade-
I
Blade
can't even
and
remember
one.
it was. It was almost Juki's.
And then
Blade won the EU.
Aiden, Raiden,
Blade,
and
Blade,
Huskers.
Blade,
yeah,
Yeah.
Blade.
Aiden, Raiden, and Huskers won the actual tournament.
Mhm.
And then
Actually, Blade won the solo and the trio.
Huh?
Blade and Caldera.
oh yeah,
for
that
EU,
guy was
he won.
fucking,
They won
that guy
both.
was in his
A
bag. that day.
payday, bro.
That man made
Yeah.
like
He went from like
150K.
very like almost nothing earned to literally top earned.
Yeah.
Like, with
Yeah.
that one of the, that's crazy.
So I mean, I don't know. In my opinion, I hope I want them to do good because I've always told them like it'd be so dope for CDL players. Imagine like let's say New York, right? Like Hydra to go win a chip, right? He just won the
Yeah.
biggest tournament in the world. Then to come to Warzone and fuck it, play with 2 Warzone demons who've been grinding and win our first LAN.
Kill it.
How
Yeah.
fucking dope would that be? Like shit, I would root for him. Like no offense to you guys, right? But like,
Fake. What the
like
heck?
I would want to fuck. You know, I would want to fuck.
Everyone wants to see that, of course.
Yeah. So like, I mean, I don't know. I hope there are going to be some CDL players playing in this, and I really hope they start to go crazy. I know this is not their main thing; they're focused on next year and shit. But why not do something while they're at it? Because they're probably bored as hell in the off season. But yeah, guys. I mean, well, we got 2 more days back to back of tournaments. We have finals on Thursday for you guys. Then tomorrow, Wednesday, finals for Europe, man. I mean, I think we covered everything so far for the next couple days. We definitely will do another one of these probably Thursday after everybody qualifies, and we'll probably do like a ranking list and stuff like that of all the hitters and stuff. But anything before we go, Sage, anything I don't know you want to say, or did we miss
It
anything?
might make more sense to do one on Friday.
Yeah.
Only because team changes might happen by then.
Yeah.
Because Thursday will be too soon.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
So
I'm
we'll
down.
see. We'll figure it out, chat.
Yeah. But Sage, anything you want to say, whether it be to any competitors, anything in general?
Hey, we're ready. Hey, we're locked. I mean, I feel so like good about this tournament coming up. I feel like we could play really good, knowing us, like knowing how we have everything already settled in, what we're doing, everything like that. I feel like we could play good. I hope it goes good for us. I hope we don't get unlucky because at the end of the day, this tournament is not like. Not about who's better. It's about who gets better RNG, rotation wise, and everything like that. Like one game we can get probably the best rotation in the game. We could probably have their own spot like for the whole game. And then next thing you know, we're running 10 miles away just to get to zone. Like anything can happen, but I know for a fact if we get to LAN, I have no problem with my teammates playing good at LAN. I have no problems with that. I know a lot of competitors, a lot of them, they have a lot of LAN experience. Like they shouldn't have the same problem with anything at all. So at the end of the day,
Crowd's going to be gas.
yeah,
Ooh, that's gonna be lit.
That's gonna be nuts.
good luck to everybody. As well as we're gonna be playing a lot of like international teams who we haven't played with in like
No
against
ping
in like
difference.
how long?
No ping. That would be crazy.
Yeah, no ping difference. Like no 130,
No more like I'm on
180.
90 ping.
Like we don't have to
More
worry
that.
about anything.
8-0.
Like we haven't played with them. We haven't played against them. We don't know where they land.
It's
We
a
don't
lot
know-
to.
It's a lot of
There's a
different
lot
play
of what ifs.
styles.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's just good luck to everybody. We'll see the people we see at LAN and when we make it to LAN.
Oh shit. So you're making it Thursday.
Yeah, I see no problem with that.
All right. Shifty, what about you for anything before you go?
I gotta do like the classic Shifty, right? Shit, tune in Thursday, bro. It's just gonna be a massacre.
Shit. Hey, you gonna take everybody out?
Bro, listen, bro. I don't drink caffeine, but on big days I get caffeinated. And I mean, first stage, I think I was top 3 for kills.
Yep.
I mean,
Make it
I'm a different
happen.
role. Don't run into me. Don't run into my teammates, bro. You know where we land. We know where you guys land too.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, you heard the man, bro. My man is fucking dripping in confidence, bro. As far as me, man, I'm excited for these guys, bro. It's gonna be fucking dope. I cannot wait to see these guys fry out. I can't wait to see all the storylines play out. There's so many different teams. So many people got dropped. So many rosters. JGOD, anything before we head out?
Oh, I think we're good. I think, like I did mention earlier, there was a team that used banned X13s, so
Yeah.
it didn't look like they qualified, and the people they killed, which was Exact's
Oh
team,
yeah,
did
no
qualify.
more cheese.
So
hey.
no more cheese. I think there's gonna be more weapon
Is
balancing.
Birdseye staying?
Bird's Eye so far
Dang.
is still in the game.
It's still they talked about it though. The people
talked about-
people in the Discord they talked about they sent it to Activision. So
We'll see how it
anything can happen
goes. Either
before
way,
that.
I think we'll get a good product at the end of the day.
Honestly, we'll find out tomorrow because, in my opinion,
yeah.
if they don't ban it by tomorrow by
Yeah,
EU's
if they don't-
qualifier,
if they make
they
EU,
won't
they'll
ban
make
it for
us,
your
yeah.
guys.
yeah.
But I mean, we'll see, man. Now the dual pistols and the X13 are banned, so there's no more cheese. It's now all about gun skill. And I think MP5 is probably the move, huh?
Most likely.
MP5. I'm gonna go after this. I'm gonna go crunch some numbers on my laptop
That's
and
right,
see.
that's
I'll get you guys the cheese already, all right, bro? But JGOD, anything before we head out?
No, I think we're good. I'm excited for tomorrow and
All right,
Thursday,
man.
and we're gonna rock and roll.
All right, guys, we're gonna head out, man. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the Pullze Check podcast. We'll probably do another one either Thursday or Friday, but for sure tomorrow, Wednesday, we're doing a watch party at 12 Central Standard Time, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, chat. And then the exact same times Thursday for North America's finals, guys. So we'll see you then. I love you guys. I appreciate y'all. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the podcast, baby. Peace.